Ian is a weirdo. I know it's been a while. I've actually been sick for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And that has been not terribly fun. I had a stomach bug and it just would not go away. Um, so I kind of was MIA. Um, and Uh, then also, I got my lip pierced. That has nothing to do with me being sick. Um, the reason I haven't been live while I've had my stomach illness or whatever is that I could not guarantee that I would make it through a stream without getting sick. So um, that was super fun. But I did miss you all, and I hope you're doing well. I am currently working on a packer. I guess I don't need these in if I'm not going to listen to music. Um, but feel free to comment in the chat if you would like to. And yeah, so I'm working on a packer. I am using black polyfill this time because I am working with a darker color cotton. I got some Happy Meal today, so this is a dark purple. Sorry, the light is obscured. Um, so this is called Dark Orchid, and the hook I'm using is my candy shop hook that came in today. I am super excited. These hooks are more than I would ever think of spending on a hook, and I'm a little bit like dumbfounded how I like have them in the first place, or have one in the first place. But I have been selling packers like left and right, like every couple days. I have a new order, and the packer pattern um, takes a 3.5 millimeter hook. And I'm actually really happy that I got a candy shop hook rather than an Odyssey. I know Odysseys are like, they're trying to produce what they can, but they're, you know, just hard to produce. But the shape of the Odyssey and the streamlines, um, the shape of the head is hi Lydia. Sorry, I never got back to you. I was sick. I was just saying I was sick and a stomach bug and was just kind of like resting. I was just in bed a lot, not really doing a whole lot other than crocheting. um, so how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Thank you for checking in on me while I was out. I really appreciate it. I just got my first candy shop hook. It looks like just like even more like surreal on camera. I feel like it's kind of look like anal beads, but whatever. Um, they're a little small in my hand, and I have pretty small hands. But the head of it is really good at not splitting cotton. Was worried I would get a furls and it would just be awful to work with on cotton because that's what so it's either cotton or bamboo that you can make packers out of, and I tend to use cotton because it's cheaper, so I can make it more affordable for people, and there's more color options. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I really appreciate. I'm glad I'm feeling better too. Yeah, they were about to like start running tests to see like why I had been feeling bad for so long. So um I'm glad I kind of graduated out of that. I think I hope And yeah, so yes. So this packer is an order. And so this one is going to be a 5 inch. So it's 5 inches from this particular row, which is a row of like half the row is back loop only. So it's good for. Do I have any of mine here? I don't know. It's good. So there's a little, I don't want to say handle. It's not a handle. It's I still think I'm like running a fever though. And it's a little tab. There we go. Tab is the word I was looking for. And so so you put a little tab on it and it makes the packer a little bit it kind of orients the packer a little bit, and it just helps it kind of sit better against the pelvis. So I'm using my black polyfill. It's actually not polyfill brand. It is fiberfill, that is Loops and Threads brand. So it's from Michaels. And I've been playing with like the fill levels on these at different points. Because I want something that like stays full enough to like fulfill the brief. Fulfill the briefs. um, but I don't want something that's like too full. So it's been a journey for me to learn how, because there's not many stuffed wearables, so it's not something that I'm used to doing. What have you been working on, Lydia? I will say the Loops and Threads polyfill doesn't it's not as like smooth. It kind of it just doesn't squish together as well. I don't know if that's what I want to say, but like it's just it's like something uh matte versus something glossy. Like something glossy will kind of move a little easier, whereas this is kind of matte, and it just doesn't blend. It just doesn't blend as well. So it is easier to make it lumpy, which is obviously not the goal. We don't want to have lumpy lumps. So that just is what it is. But who cares? Really, nobody cares about that detail. We're knitting needles, making dishcloths. So tell me about your dishcloths. What do you So are you just doing like a stockinette, just knit all of it, going all the way up? Are you doing like ribbing with like knit and purl? What kind of stuff are you doing? Because I remember when you made, I remember when you started talking about knitting dishcloths. So I'm definitely curious. I haven't knit in so long. In so long. Like even talking about my sickness makes my stomach kind of like roll, and like I'm like, no, please don't get sick. No, okay, so just knitting. Okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, my tummy is like no. So I got these I got these uh we had like a sample and like a bag of crap that we got And they're undercover like quinoa, chocolate, sea salt things. And I was like, quinoa. That sounds like something I would not be into. But they're really good. They taste like kind of like Rice Krispie treats, honestly, which is pretty cool. No, you can't have one. These are not for doggies. This is what they look like. So if you're wondering why I'm choking, I'm not choking. I'm just like because I have like tickle in my throat. Oh, geez. Yeah, knitting is fun to do. For me, I have fun doing both knitting and crochet. I am better at crochet. I am faster at crochet. Knitting, I'm just so slow at it. Um, yeah, I just never really finish projects. Um, I forgot what I was saying, but I'm sure it'll come back. So, one thing I don't like about this hook, I'll tell some pros and cons of this hook. In case you want to look at some of the candy shop hooks, there are some still in stock. Last time I checked, which was earlier today. Um, but they do squeak against cotton. Got myself a tablet now where I do my live. Oh, that's so cool! That's awesome! Congratulations! That's so cool. Hi, Zach. I saw that you were just on. Sorry I missed that. I was getting ready for this. Oh yeah, so I don't have my laptop because I still have so much makeup from my last live. Um, and it's really just like too annoying to clean. So I just like set up my phone and I'm like, okay, we're gonna do it like this. Yeah, so I'm making a packer. Uh, these orders have been really, they've just been coming in on my Etsy page. I guess I kind of like pigeonholed myself into doing penis stuff because that's kind of like what's been selling on my site. Oh, I thought it said he just went live at 8:30. Um, but yeah, so my desk is a mess, so I um haven't so I just set up my phone. So yeah, so this hook does squeak against um cotton. I haven't used it with acrylic. I'm sure the thing about using things with acrylic is like there's so many types of acrylic that like some things will squeak, some things won't. So that would be harder to kind of just tell someone. But it definitely does squeak against like a kitchen cotton. Um, but it is really good at not grabbing just like some of the strands and like cotton because cotton is a natural fiber. A lot of natural fibers don't have anything, they're twisted up and they have their plies and they don't really have anything to keep the plies together. And you have to be kind of particular with your hook when you use something like that so that it doesn't so that it doesn't separate the plies. Um, I hope it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, because I honestly am trying, struggling to make my way through this, because my education is from YouTube. It's from half listening uh, on YouTube. So if it's not perfect, sorry. Um, but yes, so so it's a little squeaky, but really that's the only well, that's one of the only downsides. Another thing is, so this is a resin hook, and it's probably because it's a smaller resin hook. Like it's really small. It's a 3.5 millimeter. Um, so there is a metal piece that I assume goes through the body of the resin to keep it secure, that doesn't have any wiggle to it. But the neck of the uh, hook does have some give to it, and it made me a little afraid at first, because I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna just snap this thing off? So I have to be really mindful of not putting too much pressure on this. Oh, hey, Cami. Sorry, I've been gone. I've had a stomach bug for the last couple weeks, and did not think I could make it through alive without getting sick. So I've been um, living my life. Not living my life. I've been in bed a lot. In the time between my last live and now, I did get a new piercing above my lip. So that's cool. Live chat on. I would love to, but unfortunately, I can't this Sunday. Um, I would really love to, Lydia. Thank you so much for asking me. But I'm actually going to be out of town at a wedding this weekend, and I won't be able to do that. I really feel like I really want to do it, but sorry, I can't. I would love to. If you do it again, or if you want to, whenever else you can do it, I would really like to do that. So just let me know if another opportunity comes up. Sorry, yeah, we never go out, and this is the one weekend we're going out. Um, and hopefully am totally over being sick. Um, because I did not feel great. So, if you didn't hear, I got my candy shop hook. It looks like anal beads. I can't not see it. I'm sorry. Like, sorry if it offends you. Like, I really cannot see it. Um, but the hold is a little interesting, um because furls. Let me see if I have furls over here. I know I have like all my furls over there. Do I have one here? No, of course. I never have anything when I need it. I'll message you next time. Okay, great. Thank you, Lydia. I really appreciate that. So furls, the body of furls hook, it's about this wide of a streamline furls hook, but it stays that thick for a little bit longer than this does. So just how this kind of drops off. This is a little bit thinner than I feel like where the furls would normally be. Um, and it hurt my hand a little bit to work with at first, but just like with any hook, with any needles, anything that you work with it enough, you get used to it, and you you grow more comfortable with it. So yeah, I would really like to do a video with you, Lydia. I'm like, video, Lydia. It feels like they rhyme, but they don't. I'm just like, so yeah, so it's a little squeaky, a little bit more flexible than I'm used to. But things that are flexible tend to not break, so it's actually probably good that a small hook is flexible rather than super rigid. If it's made out of resin. Um, I just hope I don't break this. These things are so expensive. There's no way I'll ever be able to afford it again. Um, so I just saw that they were having a sale on candy shops. They did a big restock. They still have some hooks. If you like candy shops, can't afford them, and you want to buy them now, um, they still have some hooks. I believe it's just the smaller sizes. Um, I know they still have 3.5s. Like, should I get another one? Just when I like eventually break it. But I don't want two hooks to break. Normally I use clover. Let me see. I actually only have one that size. Um, it's the red handled clover, so not this blue 5 millimeter, but um, it's just the red handled 3.5 millimeter. So, and I'm used to dealing with that. So, I do a lot of my like I don't sew any of my ends in. I like weave them in and I like pull them through using my needle or my hook. So I'm wondering how finishing up a project will end up. Like, will it be as neat? Will I be able to pull it without worrying about breaking it? You know, so I'm a little worried about that. But how much are they? So, full price, they are $52. I got them 20% off. I don't know if they're still having the 20% off deal. Um, yeah, so um, honestly, I would say for like an easily obtainable size, go with a streamline. Like they're just easier to have. Like, I don't know, if you're a collector, you're gonna want to collect all of the hooks, and that's cool too. But for me, like, I definitely don't think that they're worth that. Oh, hello, Mary. Welcome in. I am just working with some cotton here. So this is dark orchid, and this is Lily Sugar and Cream. It's a super size, and you can see I made a couple packers out of that. Yeah, I mean, the problem is I make packers pretty much nonstop. And like, so I need something that's comfortable for my hand, and this is ergonomic. So I would never like be like, hey, if you're just doing like a one-off project that needs this hook size, buy this hook. No, I would never. I am not that person. I'm also not a collector. I have like one of um every size that I need, that I use a lot, and that's it. But the 3.5 millimeter they don't have in the Streamline, and the Odysseys are what's the word? Not backlogged, but they're just having a hard time with like making the Odysseys and supply and demand. So yes, welcome in, welcome in. We were happy to have you here. Um, it is a squeaky hook for sure. This is bother. Both my wife and I have been trying to like get used to like the squeakiness because that's like a big thing that I hate when hooks do that, and I'm like, oh. But for some reason, like the squeakiness is like you can work with it. It's not like so much like nails on a chalkboard as it is like just like a mild squeaking, like someone keeps fidgeting in their seat, if that makes sense. So um so I was thinking about buying a hook this size. Oh, you should take some Gas X. Honestly, it is a wonder drug. I've been taking it more for my stomach. I work with a nutritionist, and um, she's recommended it, and it makes a big difference. Everything guy, welcome in. I used to be named Pivy Does It All, so I really appreciate a name like Everything Guy. Um, and I am just crocheting. I'm actually making a packer, and a packer is it is a prosthetic. It just makes a bulge in someone's pants. Um, oh, you don't have any. Yeah, I like used to never have any, so I had to go buy some. But yeah, so this makes a bulge in someone's pants. Um, and it's great for people who are dealing with gender dysphoria, um, or who are transitioning, and just have dysphoria there. So I started making these because I was a pattern tester. I'm sorry, I'm not used to talking. My mouth is like blah blah blah. Um, but I was a pattern tester for this pattern, and the person who made it um, eventually wanted to give out this pattern for free for people to either have access to um, the pattern or the results for free or for an affordable price. So I try to make them as affordable as possible. It's always hard with, um, so I try to offer a lot of colors, which means I need to have I always need to have them available. Um, and then I also shipping is just a really terrible reality. um, so I offer free shipping on my packers, and they've been selling really really well. I sell anything, folks would buy something like that at a Pride festival. Absolutely. Honestly, they are selling like hotcakes. They're selling so well. Um, yeah, they're selling super well. Um, hey, mommy. I think they would be good. I also want to add to my list of things that I'm making knitted knockers, because I have a crochet pattern as well, and you can use cotton or bamboo on those as well. And those are great for people who have had mastectomies, or people who have not had top surgery, who want top surgery, who are, M to F. Thanks. Yeah, it's been really cool. I even bought a candy shop hook just for Packers. That's the only reason I need this hook. Um, do you weight them at all, or just polyfill? So I just use polyfill, um, and I actually want them to be very light, due to the region that due to where they sit on the body. They're actually the underwear holds it just fine, but if you weight it, so weighting it will actually like pull it out of place. Um, so I have a silicone packer that I paid, I think, like $30 for, and it was my first. Well, it was my second packer. The first one I made out of a sock, super common. And I wanted to give people some more options than just like a one size fits all. Because some people have like BDE, like big dick energy. Some people have, smaller dick energy, and that's cool too. Like, you just know what feels right. And so I offer different sizes, different colors, different patterns. Mombi, if you want to know like what's selling well and I'll tell you all my secrets. Because I know you can stock a Pride booth. I can't, because I'm not fast enough at making these. I'm good with my Etsy shop, uh, but yeah, I do think the knitted knockers would be good for um, uh, trans girls and um, trans femmes. So yeah, so regarding weighting them, the polyfill is, yes, we have to do a Zoom chat soon. Um, telling Lydia I'm going out of town this weekend, and for a wedding, because we were gonna hang out, and do a little StreamYard hangout. So yeah, I'm not free this weekend, but soon we'll hang out. Yeah, I think that they would be really big sellers. And I'm selling mine for 15 a piece, and I'm that includes shipping. Um, shipping is about $5. That's all domestic shipping. Um, and shipping's about $5. And I haven't moved um, into international shipping because I'm a little nervous about this. Oh, it's your 7 year anniversary. Yes, Queen. Yes, love that for you. I'm so proud. Um, Not that you needed me to be proud, but I am proud. So that's great. That's amazing. 7 years is a long ass time. That's awesome. Woo, 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 woo. I watched this podcast, and it's four guys, and three of them partake in beverages and 420 and whatnot, and one of them is sober. Well, I think he participates in 420, but you know he's sober from alcohol. And just the way that, and they all live in California, and the way that they talk about his sobriety, like it's like they respect it. Like they're not like, oh, yeah, he's so stupid. He's like, oh, what a bore. He's got to be sober. Like they're not like that. They're just really cool about it. It's like, oh yeah, he's sober. Yeah, cool. Like, not a big deal. But they also like, celebrate his sobriety too. It's cool. I say that because I am from the South. For those of you who don't know, I live in North Carolina, and it's just sobriety is not really celebrated here. Um, and it'd be cool if it was. That's all I'm saying. So finished shawl number 4, and blessed colleague, and blessed colleague at the Goodwill store, and she absolutely loved it. That is so awesome, Cami. So, so at this point, I'll show you kind of the height of things. So this is where I would fold it over, and it's a little bit easier to see once I start packing it up, but this is the line that I start measuring how big I want it. Now, on my Etsy, I offer 3 sizes. If someone wanted a different size, they could email me or they could message me. I love to celebrate others in their recovery. That's why I do the job I do. It's stressful but very fulfilling. Well, we are so glad that you do the job that you do. It is an important role for sure. So my sizes are 3 inches, 5 inches, and 7 inches. Most people will order a 5-inch. That's my best seller. Second best would be 3 inches. Because like it's not so much about like you're not. So there are things that having a larger phallus is good for, or could be good for. You know what I'm saying? And packing isn't really one of them. Like like most of the time it's like kind of tucked off to the side. Like it doesn't. You're not gonna see a lot of it. I mean, you don't really want to. That's if everyone had their junk just like hanging out all the time, it'd be really weird. Um, so just like and if it was like really obvious, like way too obvious all the time. So that's why like I don't make the 7-inch packers that much. 5 inches is perfect because I think it's perfect personally. Mine is 5 inches, because it just lays perfectly and it like curls like it's like it sits perfectly just like on my body, and so that's why I kind of promote the 5-inch a little bit more, and people tend to do that. But yeah, you're not really doing something that's like a functional piece of equipment rather than something that just creates some dimension in the pants. So create some dimension in the pants. So that's a sentence that I never thought I would say. Yes, that was a wonderful gift that you gave, Cami. Yeah, and some people want even less than that. the most popular silicone packer is 3 inches. And so I think that, and it's because like it's still kind of heavy, like it still can kind of move. Some people prefer to wear harnesses with packers, so it really holds on. Some people prefer to wear jock straps, but there's a ton of things you can do. Um, but yeah, if I were to make a bunch of them, like pre-make a bunch of them, I wouldn't even make a 7. Um, and the cotton is cool. You can also use bamboo. Um, I I've got some qualms with a couple different things. Um, I just mentioned bamboo, so I'll mention my bamboo qualm first. So bamboo comes in so few colors. Um, there are wonderful cotton bamboo blends, like, but just no matter where you look for bamboo that I've looked, um, there just aren't a lot of colors for bamboo. And you might say, well, I'll make one color and that'll be fine. Yeah, and that's fine if you know. But so I wanted to and this is my beef with cotton and bamboo and just kind of any of these natural fibers that I would be making a packer out of. And that's I do want to make ones that are skin tones. And there just aren't a lot of skin tone colored cottons that are really affordable and things like readily available. So I like, for example, I use Lilies and Cream a lot because it's really cheap and easily accessible. And there are only 3 colors that I would consider skin colors. Um, and uh, it's like it goes really light, a little less light, and then chocolate brown. And there's like this huge gap of it's like I'm buying makeup. Like there's this huge gap of these tan like varietals, and I'm just like, man, just like let these people have some colors. So that's my beef. It's and maybe it's stupid because it's under the clothes. It's not a functional apparatus anyways. But man, I just wish they add, add some more tans. If you go the bamboo route, you'll find one tan, pretty much. Bunch of linen cotton that is skin tones. That would work. So in the pattern that I am using, they just said cotton and bamboo. Um, so I don't know, you know, I think if we think about what um why you want natural fibers, it's to, keep things from getting very sweaty down there. So, and linen, I would think would be pretty light. I would think it would work. Honestly, I'd make one, just try it out. Honestly, that's what I would do. Um, but um, these things get very, very warm. and like the silicone one is like so it's swamp dick. Like it is so hot. It just creates this like humid environment that that isn't necessarily comfortable. Your kid will test for you. The pattern that I have also has adolescent sizing, so that's um, a pro. Um, so yeah, so that would be helpful. And that's really cool. Also, if you want to tell me if you find out they work, even if you want to tell me where you got them, I would appreciate that because skin tone inclusivity is something that is super important to me. Um, so adult sizing would work. Okay. I mean, if I'm good and I'm not getting sidetracked, I can like it's probably like maybe 2-3 hours that actually takes me to make a packer. But I'm always getting sidetracked, so um, never really quite meet that goal. So, have you thought of dyeing cotton to the skin? I have thought about that. Um, I thought about that, but then I thought about the range of colors that I would want in my head and um, dye lots and like just like kind of like I might be overcomplicating things. Um, but just and I think I could even like I think I could dye cotton with like tea. Um, but I don't um I don't know how to like keep it consistent and keep separation of tones and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So got it from Hobium, I think it was a long time ago. Oh my god, this is really light. Oh, that's awesome. So you can see where it folds down here, and you don't pack it very heavily up here at the top so that it'll fold nicely. And then you start to pack um, kind of like that. So on about to be on the hook. So I just got a new rainbow yarn. I know your ADHD would never, ever, ever focus on anything for a long period of time. Yes. Yes, absolutely. I was talking to my friend today, and he just got diagnosed with with ADHD, and he's 40, and he was like telling me all these things. He's like, I didn't know that like hyper focus and like all these things, and I was like, yeah, right. Like it's crazy. Like what you think ADHD is pretty different from what most people experience. And I was like, I just I have not been able to remember anything my whole life, and yeah, so I was really, we were just chit chatting about that, and he definitely could relate. Um, but I have a new rainbow color from it's sugar and cream, and it's different from their regular rainbow. No, I've tried the regular rainbow and I hate it. I hate it's one, the yarn's so the yarn's not bad. It's just it's exactly like the rest of the yarn. It's fine. But the pattern it makes when due to like how they decided to dye it, it creates like these really weird stripes and like splotches. um do I have it around here? If you look at my Etsy listing, you can actually see it. It's so weird. It creates the weirdest so I actually for that one used Big Twist cotton, and it turns out the sugar and cream is the same stripe pattern, or like just the same pattern. And so I'm like, okay, I really hate this. It doesn't look like a rainbow. I'll just say that. It doesn't look like a rainbow. And what's the point of having rainbow yarn if you can't make rainbow packers? So I got a new yarn that I hope will make cuter packers and will not be really weird pooling. That's the word I was looking for. Pooling. Color pooling. So yeah. Love the hyper focus. Nothing. I know crochet. Exactly. Yeah. So one of the things that I'm working with nutritionist for now is my hyper focus is so bad that I don't eat. And so we're learning how to like I'm trying to learn like I don't, and I've done that for so long that my body cues for hunger don't happen like they need to. So who knew that was a problem? I did a long time ago. But didn't know what to do about it. So now I'm getting some help, and that's pretty cool. I was trying to eat chocolate earlier. I was like, I shouldn't be eating chocolate and like letting it melt on my fingers and then trying to crochet, or it will look not how I want it to look. If that makes sense. Yeah, I think so. Most of you know, yeah, I'm hungry all day. Let's see. I can't read this. What does it say? Oh man, I've been doing the same thing. I've been stuck on Zoom with clients so much lately. I get hyper focused and forget to eat. Yep. Yeah. So let's see, we're at 54 minutes. Let's see. Can I finish this? Let's do it. I wanted to say that in like a Jennifer Coolidge voice, but then realized I couldn't do it and aborted immediately. Uh, but yeah, so if you are wondering what color I am talking about with the new rainbow, it is the sugar and cream ombre in psychedelic. So it's kind of got like richer jewel tones. Um, It's a blessing and a curse all wrapped in one huge present. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, so most of you know I'm bipolar, and bipolar is all about extremes all the time. And I like I really have to be careful with things like my ADHD and my borderline and like things like that, like other, things I have going on, um, pulling me to one extreme or the other because like I get really like entrenched in that. So I just really have to focus on balance in my life. Um, it usually doesn't work, but I in theory need to focus on it. So I love this hook. I wish it didn't. I, the thing that'll fix the squeaking for me is when I can just finally um, listen to some music so I um, can't hear the squeaking. So I don't know if you all saw this. I put it in a video a couple weeks ago. So it is. I tried to make. It was right before. Um, it was right before. What's that holiday? Valentine's Day, and um, I wanted to make a hand that was making the "I love you" sign in sign language. I tried to follow a pattern to the best of my ability, and look what I got. It's a chicken nugget. I made a dinosaur chicken nugget. It is so like that's not a hand. That is you can't sell me that shit. This is not a chicken nugget. I mean this is a chicken nugget. It's not a hand. So I really hope you all enjoy it. I keep it by my station on my desk as a reminder that I have not mastered crochet. So it's good for us to have reminders like that. Just in case getting a little big for your britches and think you're hot shit. Just put something you've done terribly by you, and you will quickly, be humbled. And it's important to walk around the world humble, I think, to a certain degree, of course. Balance. That's really shocked there. Yeah, the head of this hook is just it's perfect. It's perfect. It looks exactly like a clover um head, which is my favorite um is my favorite hook of all time. The reason that I don't exclusively use clovers is just because they make my hand hurt. Um and so sometimes I gotta switch it up with the what are you verbs. So I'm thinking about when I get a break. I'm thinking about doing a pattern. Finally putting together a pattern for my voodoo doll. I'm thinking about making a head. Uh, because some people might want a head on their voodoo doll. And then I will need pattern testers. So if any of you would like to be a pattern tester eventually down the road, I haven't even written it yet, so don't worry about that now. Oh, that's good, Cami. I mean, I know how uncomfortable those can be. Oh my gosh, They're definitely uncomfortable. There are some like positions that you can like put your body in. I don't know what they're called. Um, um, but my wife has showed me them when I've had problems, and they make things a lot more comfortable. So uh, maybe maybe you can try some of those positions, and they can help with that. Because I definitely want you feeling better. I know that that is an uncomfortable pain. It's just not fun. Um, I got sidetracked. Sorry. I was like, now I'm gonna sing the song that I just made up. And it says you're going to sit here and hyper focus on that packer for another few hours. I don't think I need another few hours for this. I think I can finish it in under one. But who knows? I always say that, and then things take me like forever long to do. So we'll see. I mean, I'm already at 3 inches, so I need about 2 inches left. Now I do measure them always just to make sure that I um changing positions and it's helping. Oh, that's good. Um uh oh my gosh, Mombi, if you want to sell Packers, I could make Packers and we could sell them at the same booth if you want. If you want. I know you can stock a booth by yourself, but I can't. If you want me to make some, I'll make some. Mm. Always follow the hyper focus wherever it leads you. Oh my gosh, it is hyper focus and like recommended for you on YouTube is so bad. Because that's a mix of like hyper focus and then like no focus. Oh, Mama G sent me some stuff too. Ooh, look at you. Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm trying to decide, and maybe you all can help me decide. So there's two yarns that I've been deciding whether or not I want to use for my next voodoo doll. Because I have enough hooks right now where like I could really use a second doll, just because like they're not really made for like you know like 8 to 10 hooks. Like they're made for like 4 to 6. So um especially if it you consider like odysseys and things like that, things that have a little bit more weight. um Definitely give one of my I imagine that is very hard. I don't envy you. Kids, guinea pigs, dogs, cats, they're all not super fun to give medicine to, are they? Okay, let's just stuff you in there. I've been able to fall asleep until like 2:30 or 3 in the morning, and then oh, oh, that is so rough. Who said that? Sorry, I can't. It's not letting me see. Cammy. Oh, Cammy, I'm so sorry. I've I'm able to fall asleep until 2:30 or 3 in the morning, but then I wake up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They put me on a new medicine and it just like knocks my ass out. It's way harder to wrangle than a toddler. Ooh, that is not fun. It's easy to want to like stuff it more full or less full than you need, but you got to get just that right touch. Because if it's too full, then like it'll look like someone's got an erection, and like you don't want someone walking around looking like that. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know, but but that's not my goal. So try to pack it, you know, decently full, not too full, and then also so the first one I ever made was one for me, and it just like all the stuffing just squished up. My like first wash, it just squished up, and I was like, oh man, now it's like just like it is just not puffy like it needs to be. You know, puffy. So yeah, I'm gonna make some of these. I'm gonna so I have the rainbow one, this one. I'm thinking of outstanding orders. I just made a cream one, and I'm making one in the chocolate, the dark taupe color. Oh yeah, that'll make the extended release and non-extended release is that I'm constantly changing that up with my other medicines. Um, so I yeah, it really makes such a big difference. I do use 4-weight cotton. Use 4-weight cotton. I pretty much use exclusively sugar and cream. Although I think the brown I use is different. For the only reason was I just grabbed it like so because I was like ooh because I didn't see any. They were out of it. They were out of sugar and cream at Joann, so I was at Walmart and saw um, um, yeah. I think that I have some I do have some one of those I call Americana. It doesn't have a name. It's ice yarns. And it's like red, white, and bluish. Like um so that one I think might be like a heavy 3, but that's and it's really soft. It's so soft. That's my favorite to make anything with. It's just so nice on the fingers. But that's really it. Um, this pattern, uh, you know, I want uniformity across my product. Like if I was just making things, I think I would use different weights of cotton and different hook sizes and things like that. But because I want to create some uniformity, I haven't used anything other than a 4-ish, you know. So yeah, I really like this color. This has been a really popular color. Um, I did just add a couple, added quite a few colors, um, because I was like, maybe I will do a rainbow striped one. I was so frustrated with the rainbow variegated yarn that I was like, I'm gonna make my own rainbow. Like, but I really don't want to do that just because like it's annoying. It'd be just easier to use one cotton. Um, but then I also was like, oh, I could do trans. I could do like a trans stripe, and that would be fun. Okay, I am gonna eat some chocolate, so don't judge me. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. If you didn't see this earlier, this undercover, which is the brand, and they're quinoa crisp, which sounds like pretentious, but I got it at Walmart, so it evens out. Um, and they're coated in dark chocolate, and they have sea salt on them, and really good. They just taste like chocolate covered Rice Krispies or something. So my dog thinks these are for him. They're really not for him. Like these will kill you. So, um, yeah, yeah. Um, so, uh, me, I am disabled. Uh, I'm, you know, there's a lot of trans people out there who are not only disenfranchised because they're trans, but they are homeless or they just don't have the money to pay for things like this. So I didn't like the pattern. What I really liked about the what I really liked about the pattern maker is that they said a lot of people who are trans don't just have a lot of money, and like when you are selling these, please make them a reasonable price. They're, so you know, I mean, I'm still making I'm still making money. I'm not making a ton of money. But like I like it kind of with the manifesto of the pattern maker. I don't want to like I want people to be able to feel good about themselves and um um if I can help make people feel good about themselves, then that is enough for me. Like I'm I'm cool, I'm not gonna be rich because of these. I mean, I could charge more. I mean, initially I was charging 12 and that just wasn't enough, so I had to charge more. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's really, really the cost of supplies. You can buy cotton at Dollar Tree and get two packers out of this. So um, you know, the supersize Lily Sugar and Cream. Why can't I get that name right? Um, those I can get about uh 5 or 6 like 5-inch ones. Um, okay, dinner time. What are you thinking about doing? You need to walk up and I'll help you brainstorm. I mean, I won't be that much help. We know that, but what? Didn't order out? Didn't order out? Yeah. Mommy says, hello, Amy. We can both have. I don't know, I like veggie burgers. Um, what's the spicy rice, spicy shrimp. Cool. Well, I'm gonna log off for today, but it was great hanging out with you all, and I love you very much. And I doubt I'll see you before the weekend, so you'll see me probably. I was gonna say with a tan, but that's probably not gonna happen. Let's be honest. I'm probably not gonna go outside before the sun goes down. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.